All right, welcome to the Explainer. We're going to break down a really cool idea using some simple visuals, so let's just jump right in. Okay, I want you to think about a word you use all the time, probably without ever giving it a second thought. Pocket. Seems about as simple as it gets, right? But what if I told you that this incredibly common word holds a secret to understanding a whole different way of looking at language? Right, so a pocket. It's a thing. You might have one on you right now. Your pants, your jacket. It's where you toss your keys, your phone. It's functional, it's familiar. I mean, it's just a pocket. Or is it? Well, that's where things start to get really interesting. This humble, everyday word has actually been selected to be part of a very small, very elite group. You could say it's a linguistic VIP. And here it is. According to our source, Wiktionary, the word pocket is on something called the Basic English 850 list. So the big question is, what on earth is that? Let's go ahead and explore this 850 word club. What is it, and why is a word like pocket a perfect member? Just look at that number, 850. To put that in perspective, the average English-speaking adult knows tens of thousands of words. So a vocabulary of just 850 is, well, it's incredibly small. And that's the whole idea. Basic English is an entire system built on just those core words. It was created to be a simple but really powerful tool for people learning English, or just for clear international communication. Every single word on that list has to do a lot of work. So to really understand why pocket made the cut, we need to basically perform a little linguistic autopsy on it. Let's start with its most obvious job, as a noun. Okay, so the first definition is simple, and this is crucial, it's concrete. You can picture it, you can touch it. It describes a physical object that almost everyone in the world understands, which is a huge plus for a basic vocabulary word. But here's where it gets even more powerful. The second definition is abstract. See, it's not about clothes anymore. It's about an idea, a concept. And this illustrates the word's range just brilliantly. On the one hand, you have the physical object, a place for your keys, but on the other, you have a conceptual space, like a pocket of air trapped underwater, or a small pocket of villages isolated in the mountains. One word covers both a thing and an idea. But we're not done. Oh no. This word is a total overachiever. It doesn't just describe a thing, it also describes an action. The verb to pocket flows so naturally from the noun. The most literal meaning is to put something in your pocket. But notice how it also expands to cover these other ideas of winning, taking, or even stealing something. Once again, it's doing double duty. And from a grammar standpoint, it's an absolute dream. It's a regular verb. Pocket, pockets, pocketed, pocketing. No tricky irregular forms to memorize, which is absolutely essential for a language designed to be easy to learn. And here it is. This is the real magic. The reason pocket is so valuable is its efficiency. Why have two different words, one for the container and one for the act of putting something in it, when one superword can do both? That is the core philosophy of basic English. So let's zoom out and pull it all together. From this little deep dive into one simple word, we've pretty much uncovered the blueprint for what makes a word worthy of the basic English list in the first place. A word on this list needs to be super easy to define. It has to cover a common, universal idea. It helps a ton to be visually concrete, like a physical pocket. It has to be multi-purpose, working as both a noun and a verb if possible. And it has to be grammatically simple. Pocket just checks every single one of those boxes. And that is the beautiful underlying principle of this whole system. It's not about limiting expression, it's about achieving the maximum amount of clarity and meaning with the minimum number of tools. It's like linguistic minimalism. So the next time you put your keys in your pocket, maybe you'll think about it a little differently. It's not just a word, it's a masterclass in efficiency. And it leaves us with a final thought. In a world so full of complex jargon, what ideas could we all make clearer just by choosing simpler words?